Hello, my name is Finn and I make CS2 skins. Today I'm going to show you how I turned this black 3D printed Karambit into this, a Damascus steel replica from the game CS2. Let's have a look at the skin in game so I can get an idea of how I'm actually going to do this. This is the Karambit Damascus steel from the Chroma 3 collection, and it's a rare special item, which means the only way to get this knife in the game is to either buy it off someone for about $800, which is actually the cheaper option, or get insanely lucky and basically gamble your way there, but the chance of hitting it is like 0.3%. So 1 in 300. Since it costs about $5 to open a case, you're looking at around $1,500 to unbox this knife. So buying it off someone else is actually the cheaper option. And yes guys, this is real money. If you haven't heard of CSGO, people get very into this game and yeah, just spend loads of money on skins. This skin is obviously very metallic. It's got these patterns all over it in different shades of grey, and it's got this really shiny appearance. So this is something that I'm going to have to try and create myself. If you notice, the blade's got these wiggly little patterns all over it. The way this knife's actually made in real life is by welding different types of iron slices together to form a billet. It's quite a complicated process done by professionals, and I obviously don't have access to this equipment or the resources needed to make the Damascus steel appearance. So I need to think of a way to randomly generate this texture. One option is hand painting with acrylic, but this is going to be very time consuming and likely will not produce the results I'm looking for. Another method that I like to use is spray paint, particularly hydrodipping, and I think this could work pretty nicely. This is what I've used before to create my blue gems, and it's really good at creating a random pattern, but there's no guarantee of how it's going to come out. So this is what I've decided to go for. I don't have any silver paint, so I ordered some equipment off Amazon. Alright, so this is what I've bought for the video. We've got some acrylic varnish. This is hopefully going to add a protective coat onto the knife and also make the colours come out a bit more. We've got this, which is gunmetal grey paint. So it's going to be silver, hopefully look like kind of a Damascus colour, so that's why I bought that. And then I also bought this grey primer because I've just run out of primer. I need some more. Alright, let's get started. To start off, I need to print off a Karambit that I can use to paint. I'm going to use a model that I've used before, and it's this Karambit model right here. You can find this on my Patreon. You basically print it in two halves and then glue them together with super glue. I like this model because it retains a higher quality on the sides of the blade. I'm going to print the Karambit in black PLA+. Black because that means I don't have to paint the handle, and PLA Plus because it's much higher quality and gives off way better results. And I'll go and pick this up in about 3 hours. The first step for this is gluing these halves together. Next up is masking, so I'm going to cover the handle in tape so that it keeps it black when I hydro dip it. Next up is priming. I'm starting off with a light coat and make sure to cover everything that's visible to me. After I've sprayed everything I can see, I moved over to the other side and rotated the print around to reach all the hard to reach areas. I let this dry for about half an hour. Okay, here it is, all primed, ready to paint. I've got a new grey primer, so it's a little bit darker than usual. Also got the blue gem bucket here. If you haven't watched my blue gem video, go watch it. This is the bucket that I always use. I've got the black paint, the gunmetal grey paint. Let's try and make some cool patterns. What I'm doing here is I'm trying to build up a layer of paint on the surface of the water. It's really important that the water is hot, otherwise the paint can have trouble sticking. I actually had a huge nightmare with this dip. I have no idea what was going on, but I literally could not get the paint to stick. I think it was the gunmetal grey paint, that's the only thing I could think of. I kept re-dipping the knife and drying it, and eventually I started to get a pretty cool pattern. These black stripes came through and it gave it this rugged texture. After the final dip, I was actually pretty happy with the knife. Alright, not bad. It doesn't really look like a Damascus, but it still looks cool. And the lighter side especially looks sick. I'm going to spray some of that gunmetal grey paint on now as well, just to give it that extra kind of shiny look. Here's me removing the tape after waiting about 2 hours for it to fully dry. This is my favourite part. I love seeing the clean line created by the tape. This actually turned out pretty nice in my opinion. The final step I want to do to make this really stand out is add some varnish. This gives the print a really nice shine and it protects the paint as well as bringing out the colour. Obviously this is a grayscale print so the colour will look the same anyway, but I decided to try it out on some of my older knives to see what would happen.
just finished putting the varnish on, and this looks so much better now. Yeah, it just looks so shiny and smooth, way better. And I thought this looked really cool, so I decided to put on some of my knives that I've made before. Yeah, it has completely changed them. This Talon knife is looking so much brighter now. But the colours have come out so much. It just looks amazing. Put a picture of what this was like before.
Right, before I show you the final kind of glamour shots of how good this knife ended up looking, I've just got a little message for you guys at home, so make sure you pay attention. So this video is the launch for my new Patreon. It's literally brand new when this video drops. I've currently got 0 members. Anyone that joins will have access to all of my 3D models for free, and I'll be picking a winner for this blue gem when my next video drops, which will be in the next few weeks. So you'll either be getting the blue gem, or you can get this factory new AK Ice Cold. It's up to you which one you want. Unfortunately, I can't post the blue gem to anyone that isn't in the UK or US, so if you're anywhere else in the world, you just get the AK. But it's factory new, and guys, this isn't like a normal giveaway that big YouTubers do. I'm really small. I've only got 7,000 subscribers. There is a good chance you could win it. Alright, now let's admire how nice this Damascus steel ended up turning out.
Yeah, let me know what you prefer out of the Damascus steel or the blue gem. Which one do you think looks nicer?
Thanks for watching all the way till the end of the video. Let me know what you think of this knife. Also, give me skin suggestions down in the comments and I'll try my best to put them in a video.